the dog feces. Come out here today. Big D, our cutter man that runs the cutter, kind of swings a big hammer around here. Derek fell on the ice Friday, and I think he broke his foot. He's convinced he didn't. I'm worried about it. He says it's getting better, but he don't want to go to the doctor. But we need to be logging because we're getting a freeze. Big Daddy, now, I used to run this cutter. I ran it for a few years there, and got pretty cozy in this thing. But in the beginning, it was pretty rough. There we go. In the beginning, it was pretty rough, and I broke a lot of stuff. And now, I kind of run the rubber cutter when I actually run a feller buncher. I don't run this track cutter anymore. And this ain't your typical tiger cat track cutter mentality. This here is a pretty daggone, it's not the most strength, it's not the strongest track cutter on the market, but it was cheap and had that good John Deere engine on it, and I went for it. Well, I ran it yesterday evening over there for a little while and got used to it again. I didn't record it because I was stressed, man. Learning this thing and getting back into it. But I'm starting to get my sea legs back. Me and Brutus get along pretty daggone good, and I got Puddin' riding front seat, she's riding shotgun. And I got down here in the candy bowl, and I thought, well, heck, it's day 2, and you can see what I've cut. I've cut from where the boom's at up there all the way over to here. Now I can't line, these trees are a little bigger, and I'm not lining them up perfect like I should, lining the drags up and stuff. I'm just getting to where the skidder can back in and grab and go, grab and go. It's a small skidder, we're not skidding far. I ain't wasting my time fooling with it. I've got a lot to do today. I need to get back and take up logs. We're hauling logs from Ron's job today. I don't know if Ron's... So, I'll set y'all in here. We're in the candy bowl. We got down to these ash and poplar and a sweet gum down there and a big popper pop right there. And we'll lay a few down, let you ride in the cab so you can hear me cussing if anything goes wrong. If you want to see some real cutting, you know, you need to go find somebody with a big fancy Tiger Cat, like an 830 LX or a Timber Pro, you know, like a new style Timber Pro or Komatsu, something like that. You know, me and old Broody Brood, we're not the quickest cutter in the world, but we're good enough for who it's for. And that's the way I always looked at me and old Broody Brood. We get along just fine. It's got the saw's got a lot of cut capacity. It's got, I think this saw's a 24B Quadco. You know, it's got some shortcomings, but it's a pretty good saw all in all. It's definitely robust, you know, but I think the newer ones with the rotate bearings a little better heads than what I got, or what me and Big D's got here, but it does fine. We're tickled with it. You got to be a pretty good mechanic to run Brutus, because Brutus does have a few breakdowns. You got to know better than to get hard on it in certain situations. I've had to learn all that the hard way. And Derek's got his controls a little... He's put these extensions on these controls, and I'm not used to it very well. So I'm struggling just a little bit. And being smooth and operating this thing smooth, because it's kind of wonky with the way the controls are. The joysticks has got like these extended thingamabobs on it. Derek said I'm built a little different and it helps me out, you know. And Derek's the cutter man. Hell, I ain't run this thing in 2 years. I used to run it every day, but I ain't run it now. It's been 2 years probably since I've got on this thing. I ran the rubber tire cutter for a while there before I left the woods totally. So, needless to say, it took me a while. Now, these controls in this thing are shovel hydraulics. They're not excavator hydraulics. Well, I've been running the excavator, did for a good while. So, it took me a minute to get used to the controls again. me see if I can back down here without getting old Brutus stuck. And like I said, the main thing with old Brutus here is the fact that he's got a big cut capacity. And that's what does good for our company. It ain't that he's the fastest one. It ain't that he's the most powerful. Truth be told, the head's a little bit big for the tractor, you know. His old BG would say, Bobby Goodson, the head's a bit big for the tractor. Alright, I need to do a little, see what I kind of do is, I kind of run on cribbing. That helps keep Brutus from sinking and getting stuck. If you don't run this thing on cribbing, it's just pretty helpless. He'll get stuck pretty easy. Because he's so, I think it's because he's so heavy and the undercarriage is so small. Now if you hear a crunch when I get under this thing, we're going to have trouble because there's a ditch right below me. Alright, Brutus. We still ain't got enough room there. Well, we're going to have to go on one way to skin on a cat, I guess. Me and Brutus is going to have to climb up the hill here. Come about these trees a little different manner. But the good thing about this setup is when you're grapple skidding, man, you can put the wood right to the skidder. I mean, you can help. And you can get yourself out of your own messes, so nobody's got to babysit you like you do when you're hand cutting. Sometimes when you're hand cutting, you have to be babysat, depending on the job, you know. Are you going to let go? Well, come on. I'm going to set these up and I'll sort them later. Pretty good wood in here though. Big Daddy tends to buy pretty good jobs. Now, if I can get that tree, just ain't quite got enough saw blade to get through it. And I can't get down that ditch far enough. Well, I might be able to straddle that white oak stump and get down there good enough.
Yeah, that's you, Joanne. I can hear you killing now anyhow.
And Roger's got sick too. He actually went to the doctor today. He got pretty daggone sick too.
Okay, my two-way is done. If anybody needs me, I've got me a little portable radio now. Well, good for you. Okay, I'm going to clean up this a little bit so I can get through here. I'll get you something there in just a minute. Hey, no problem.
Now we can get to this sucker. Now, I'm probably going to let this one flop. Come to me now, don't go that way. I want him to come to me a little bit farther. You kind of got to be easy with old Brutus not to break something. This head's a bit heavy for this thing. And these big trees, you get to wrestling them. You're always against the relief cartridges, you know. Because it's about as much as the hydraulic system wants. There'd be people get on there and go, well, you can get a tiger cat and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? The difference between me and Brutus and a lot of tiger cats, his old Brutus paid for. You know, I know a lot of tiger catters that can't really say that just yet. And I'll take paid for over fast any day. Especially in this industry. This industry don't, super cashing don't get you a lot in this industry, especially right now. Especially on our end. Main thing to be in this industry is debt free. Well, now we're not totally there yet, by no means. I don't want to lead anybody wrong idea, but we're working at it. We're really working at it. There, now, I'll set that up yard. Way I can get these all situated, and then we'll swipe across this way. So it's kind of like a, you know, you're kind of sorting and stuff with it. You know, that's what the love is of a track feller butcher, you know. Hey, watch it now. I put a dent in this thing, Big Diesel put a dent in my butt. I'll set these all right here to where it's all ready for Big Daddy when he backs down to get them. Oh, come on now, don't be aggravating. You're making a fool out of me, Tree. There you go. I knew he wanted to go there. Baby, because he wants to go out where we don't want him. We're going to try to get him that way as much as possible. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. That's beautiful. We will take that. That's for daggone sure. Like I said, it's starting to come back to me. I used to be pretty good on this thing, you know, for what it was, for what I was too. You know, I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. All right, Brady. The main thing is that don't have a collector on it, so you got to be careful when you're spinning that head around not to wrap them hoses up. I think when we first got this, it had a stopper on it, but that daggone stopper had to go because you got to turn the head upside down, do some funky stuff from time to time. Cutting the way we cut. Big old popper right there. Look at that bad boy. Big powerful tiger cats and stuff, they can take trees like this and stack them real good for the skidder man and stuff like that. But old Brutus a 759G John Deere, half John Deere, half Timberjack kind of hybrid, so to speak. And he ain't got the poop in his britches to do a lot of that stuff. And that tree, if you hear me in there, Rick and Ball, this tree's got metal in it. Jason James, there's metal in this tree now. They get on my butt for bringing metal in there at the mill. All right, so they're gonna come up here and cut above the metal. Because I mean, it's a piece of basswood. It's worth all the trouble. Now I'm gonna back down there. I need some wood to put in that ditch. What I'm gonna do is back down there in that ditch, and I'm gonna come in from the bottom side cutting them. And I can't back in that ditch and pull back out there with old Bruty. Bruty be sank in there. It'd be like the Titanic, old Brutus would, it'd be sank. And also, if you're wondering where you're gonna wash your dishes, it's in the sink. All right, come on. Straighten up, Tater. Yeah, I didn't cut through that enough, so we're gonna push him off the stuff. And, well, shit. I did split him a little bit. Total cutter mistake. There's the deal. You see this ash tree come in. Total mistake. All right, I need a bench to set on down here. I will take some of this trash here. Whoa, dirty Gertrude. I'll put some of this trash in there. I might grab that sugar maple. Hell with it. I'll put that sucker in there too. Down that ditch like I need to and cut up from the bottom on that basswood. There you go, Bruty. Good job. Oh, careful now, don't bust through it, we'll be stuck now. You hear? You hear me, boy? Alright, now first we're going to set this ash tree up with the rest of them trees. Whoa, Brutus, don't you sink in there. I didn't bring my floaties. Oh yeah, well that's still stuck in the ground. Oh, I made a mistake on that ash tree. That was a goofy mistake to catch on camera. What I didn't do is I should have cut a little bit, stopped, and come back. I actually thought I'd cut it on the bottom side of the tree when I was down there, and I never. I guess I had the thought to do that, but I never did do it. Brutus is sinking just a little bit, so I need to not fart around here too ungodly long, or I'll get myself stuck. Brutus. Alright, we don't want to do it this way, so sometimes Brutus don't want to do it the way I want to do it, so now, I don't know if Brutus does it. I don't know if Brutus behaves better for Big D or not. Sometimes he don't want to do what I want to do.
to Scotty walking down Toll Road. He'll probably be in the front yard tonight. Walking down all the bank. Yes, we live on Toll Road. Okay. Bass is just walking the fence line. Got up there towards the magic forest somewhere right out of the road. Maybe it went the wrong way. We can all help. Wouldn't be that lucky and no way around that person in the damn ground with the bull.
Well, it's thinking about it. And we're sitting in a bad spot, guys. We need to get up out of here. Because I think it's going to come right where we're sitting. Well, come on, Bruty. It's time to relocate. We're going to have a Bruty relocation project going on here.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it. It has no horn.
Used to run longhorn cattle, and I guess one of his cows got out. That's what Mama and Big Daddy's worried about. Oh, come on, Brutus, move that thing. Oh, shoot that thing. Well, what the hell ever? Fuck you then. Sit there. I don't care. Grab it with a damn skidder and yank it out of there for all I care. You think I care? I don't care. In case you was wondering, does he care? Well, hell no, he don't care. He ain't got a care in the world. There he goes. It's laying out good though. It's looking pretty good. About as good as I'm gonna get it. You'll see people do fancier work than I'm doing, but that's about as good a work as I'm gonna do. I usually drive perfectionist nuts because I got stuff to do. My time's worth money. I deal for the 80-20 Pareto principle. It turned out 80% good, I'm considering that good enough. Making some good little stack going on here. Alright, what else we got going here? We're just kind of working our way over. We got two big sweet. We got a mediocre sweet gum and a big sweet gum and a hickory down there. Now, sweet gum there is a single puncher, and that's a double puncher, and so's a hickory. Hickory's a double puncher too. Then we get done with all that, we're going to lay that big sow down here on top of everything. Like I said, the order things go, it gets to be pretty important. Yeah, good enough. You can sit right there. I ain't battling that thing. Sometimes you can lay your pile down, sometimes you kind of go at it tree per tree. It just depends on the situation. Main thing is always look at it intuitively, the way I see it. Don't decide before you go in what you're going to do. You make a loosely held on to plan, and then you go in there and you reevaluate as you work. That's that's the way I've always done it. I ain't saying that's the only way to do it, but that's the way it always worked best for me. I don't tell you how it's going to be done for a start. I can give you an idea how I want to do it, but it may change your mind, you know. You may have a breakdown, ground may turn to crap. Now, we're a little crowded down here. I need to get rid of one of these trees, because we're going to bomb that big tree down here anyways. We'll just save ourselves from making a mess. There we go. I like the looks of this. Whoa, Brutus! Got a nosedive on me. There we go. I like this setup. We're sitting down here on the crib and down here at the daggone ditch. Yeah, I'm liking this. Alright, we'll do her over shoulder, kind of showing off to y'all, and the fact that I'm down here going to make some speed out of this tree. Well, I don't know. It's a pretty big tree. It's a double puncher, I think. I thought it was a single. Now, we ain't going to do the over the shoulder with this tree. Too big a tree. Oh, that's pretty on that hickory. Now, if I want to be bullheaded, I can make that gun tree a single puncher, but I don't want to do that sloppy work right now. Mostly because y'all was watching. If y'all wasn't watching, I'd probably do it on a gun. And somebody at the mill might watch, and I'd pull some fibers, and I'd get myself in trouble. Head sawyer hates that when you do that stuff. But one of the head sawyers is Jason James, and I usually don't do a lot to help him out because he picks on me, because I'm considering him as a big bully, and he considers me as full of baloney. And I don't know, I think both of us is right. Sometimes these big trees, now this here I need a little notch in, because that tree, I'm going to pull some fibers on that tree. So I want to put a little notch in him so he's got some. If you let the tree articulate some and you make sure the fibers you're pulling on is tension fibers, it helps, and you can get by with some funky stuff. But you used to have a guy that worked with me one time, he called me a hack. And I'm like, well, I ain't gonna argue with that. You know, you're probably right. But my goal was to get the wood on the ground and get the mill fed at that time. So I picked up all these time-saving hacks, if that's what I am, because I got stuff to do. I got places to be and things to do. Now there's a few ways to go about this. One is to make a big pile of mess and come back down through here sorting it, which might be the ticket. Ooh, that's going to fall hard that way. To kind of pull them up and clean them up as we go, one tree at a time. Now, the making a mess and digging out, if the trees all go like they're supposed to, can be a little faster than to clean them up one tree at a time. But the one tree at a time keeps it a cleaner job So just depending how a guy feels about it, how he's going along, you know, is how he ought to decide that. So I still ain't at this point decided how I'm gonna do it. Hence to the whole intuitive approach type of thing, you know. We'll clean this one up because he went kind of out of bounds anyways. Because he had some hard lean on him. This head, I get screwed up on the tilt on this head, thinking it's an excavator. Kind of makes me look like I'm all thumbs there for a minute. Hickory knows how we're going to do all this. Not good, so we're going to clean them up one at a time. Now if I'd have pulled that hickory off the stump like I wanted to and swung it up the hill farther, I'd just start stacking trees on top of it, and then I'd come down through here topping them all at one time and sorting. But since this hickory didn't go the way I wanted it to, and because it's probably a hair bit bigger tree than what I'm giving it credit for, I'm gonna clean her up a little bit at a time here. Now, a situation like this, when I come down here like this, I need to watch my tracks. But this situation right here, you can bury your machine in this type of soil. If you ain't, especially if you ain't on some wood. There he goes. That might have been a hack move. Come on, Brutus. Oh, Gertie, found the end of the boom there. It ain't got cushion stops in these cylinders. So you find it all at once though, Bruty. You don't want to be doing that. Now the excavator's a little different. You got cushion stops at the end of it. You'll kind of at the end of the stroke. And it kind of eases up. Oh, I still got wood holding. That's what's wrong. Now she's clean. Wow, that's a heavy pig now. Tell you what we'll do. We'll cut a tie log off this bad boy. And drag him up by the tie log. nuts. We're gonna order a set of tracks for it because and when we get up into mulch season, we get more cash flow, and we're gonna cash them tracks through this company because Derek Big D needs him some tracks pretty bad. Now he's been doing, Big D's real mechanical, and he probably do a better job making tracks last than what I can. Now this in here I'm gonna throw out of bounds because I gotta get on that hillside anyways. And I chewed on him a little bit. I hacked that one. I should have took a little cut and then backed off and then cut again because I ended up killing the blade. I just screwed that one up. Mama can deal with that the better. Now for the big boy. Now I need to go to this bottom side and do a relief cut. I'm gonna try to put it in about where we're sitting. You are a big old sow now. Woo! What a sow! That's a big boy. That's a triple puncher for sure. Gonna work. Maybe. That ain't gonna work. Nope. I gotta climb up there. Alright. We're gonna move more of this mess and get over there and cut it better. Because this ain't gonna work. What's gonna happen is if I go at it like I'm going at it, I'm gonna bust it. So I've got to get up here to clean it up more. Big old sow. Wow, I didn't get in very deep. Is that gonna be enough? Maybe, but just maybe. That's a big tree right there. A big tree. Not a super duper. But a plenty big one. Biggest one I've cut with a track cutter in 2 years, I'll tell you that much. Now here's the link. Here's how I'm gonna try to fall. It's this way. And if I'm gonna fall it this way, I'm gonna need to set up a face cut because I'm gonna need it to be able to break the wood off because it's gonna be kind of sloppy. I need to do better than that. I was gonna give him a little bit of a humbo. My patience ran thin. These teeth might need sharpened just a little bit. They ain't the sharpest. They're not dull, but they ain't the sharpest. Now these carbide teeth, I like cutting with carbide teeth. I don't like them steel teeth. But with carbide teeth, you gotta to touch them up and make them super sharp. And once you do, man, they will. A hot solid carbide teeth's unstoppable. There it is. Oh yeah, it's hollow anyway, so I don't gotta really care. We'll slop this one down. He's hollow anyways. And we'll probably shut this bitch off. All right, Bubba. Good luck to you. There he goes. He's going right. Yes, sir. Right where we wanted him. What a nasty butt, but Joni can deal with that. Her saw's got more cutting capacity than I do. She got a 6-foot blade on her saw. Watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I was a little rusty for a while. This has got shovel controls on it, and I think on your shovel controls, this here's your swing and your jib in and out. But here's the difference: your tilt on your bucket roll, you pull it towards you and it goes away from you. You swing it away from you and it comes towards you. So it's opposite of bucket curl. And that and there's your main boom up and downs over here. Then you got all your leveler buttons. You got a few of these, and you got your rotate button down here on the trigger. See, that's that way. And the trigger over here does the other way. So you got quite a few controls on it, you know. I wish this seat would freaking rock back. It's got me all hunched over, but all in all, it's a pretty smooth ride. I love old Brutus. And there's got some kind of, he got a wiring problem over in the motor. It's sensing something that ain't good. So, all right, hope everybody liked this. Have a good one. Over now.